No matter the pound of pressure, I don't panic. Bull on my left, God on my right, I find balance. Thank God I'm here, I was born to be below average. Born to be a no savage, now I create these classics. I wasn't tall enough to dunk baskets. Now it's more informants than fiends, that's real trapping.
So you were born in Beloit and then raised in Rockford.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about that experience growing up.
Man, I was like 4 when we moved to Rockford. I moved with my mom. My mom was a young mom. She was like 16. And yeah, man, like, you know, just I was like 4. So I just remember bits and pieces of it. And then like just growing up every Friday, my dad would come pick me up and I'd go to Beloit and be with him and my grandma and like my cousins and stuff. So, you know, but in Rockford, that's where I grew up. So I went to school, made all my friends and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Got my culture.
Okay, so like you would say, well, you probably have a fan base everywhere, right?
I don't know. I would like to think that.
Okay. Okay. So what started, like, what was the start as far as rap?
My cousins, man, my big cousins, Jadu, Bags, Kerwin, Danny, Brandon, all of these guys from Beloit, my cousin Beloit. When I would go up every weekend, you know, when I got old enough, I would go with them on Friday nights when they'd go to parties and stuff, because like they'd babysit me or whatever, like while my dad went out and kicked it or whatever. So I would go with them all the time, and they like over time they had picked up rapping, like, and like at a young age I just knew like what they was doing was dope. I just knew, like, and like most kids my age around that time wanted to be Allen Iverson. So like, you know, I always just wanted to be different but be cool different. So like at being like 4th, 5th grade and I was rapping, I thought I was unique. And then I got to middle school and I'm finding other cats that like really rap and they can rap good, like they really rap, like not just be trying to sound cool or whatever, but they like rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my guy Legend, Stefan, you know, listen to some more cats. I'm drawing a blank just cause, man, y'all got me going back in time. But it's a lot of cats, a lot of my homies and stuff. So yeah, mainly just my cousins in Beloit, just growing up and watching them. They started, I remember they had a karaoke machine. They recorded tapes.
Gotta have a karaoke machine.
And they upgraded and bought a mic one time. And like when I walked into my cousin's computer room and they had the mic set up and they was like, yeah, cuz we record now. We were at the band. I was like, yo. Like they was burning their CDs. Brandon Housley, Beasley Productions, he bought an little MPC, was making beats for him, and I just thought it was the most amazing stuff. Because like in Rockford, when I'm at home, like my stepdad was a huge like music hip hop head, so he's buying all like Source magazines and stuff, and he bought everybody's album. So it was like I all had the influence, and so I couldn't shake it. Like, you know what I'm saying, it was just something I took a really liking to. You know what I'm saying, like music is just really like growing up being in like choirs and stuff, and then making me sing and all that stuff. Like, yeah, I just took a liking to it. I just always loved music, so I just took a liking to it.
Okay. Did you ever do like talent shows and like stuff like that?
Man, I used to go to a summer program at Louis Lemon.
Okay.
And man, they had I gotta remember his name. I'm gonna remember his name one day. Bigger guy with glasses. I feel like he passed not too long ago, but he ran. He was like a choir director or something like that. But he, you know, he worked with us in the program, and I remember they made me sing "I Believe I Could Fly." He made me sing it, man. And yeah, so that, you know, used to perform at like the Getaway, all that stuff, high school talent shows, you know, people parties and stuff. I remember they used to pay us like $50 for the whole group.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Go to McDonald's, kick it afterwards. $50, like 4 dudes spent $50. But you know, that's back in the day.
That's dope though. Like it seems like music was like inevitable. Like you guys were made to link up.
I'm gonna name a song called Inevitable.
Okay.
Dope.
So speaking of music, Boss Vibes, your most recent project.
Right.
A couple of songs that really stood out to me. Make No Mistake.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Yeah.
And then Revolution.
Revolution, yep.
Yes.
Same thing. Yep.
So question.
Yeah.
What inspired you to do the Spanish title? I know you had a clip in there.
Yeah, at the end, Pablo Escobar from Narcos, yeah.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
that sounded familiar. I'm
Yeah.
just like, where have I heard this?
man, my one of my homies and producers, EncoreProductions.com. Go find him. He one of the coldest, like, undiscovered producers in the world. Like, he produced the whole project. Well, like, all but one track he produced.
Okay.
Like, Make No Mistake, for instance. That was a late track that I got. I found that beat. Like, I found that beat. That's another story. But anyways, Revolution. When I first heard it, it did something to me. I was like, this is hot. Like, when I heard the beat, when he first sent it to me, I was like, this is hot, bro. Like, this is it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta mess with it. But like with me, like, I get intimidated if the beat too cold. So like, I sat on it for like 3 months. Really? And like over the 3 months, like literally like going back and forth with it. Like, nah, like I'm not gonna say that. And then I just so happened to get it done like 2 weeks before I had scheduled the final like recording session for the whole project. Because originally it's like 17 songs, and then I narrowed it down to 14, and I sliced it in half. So, you know, I got plans to release the other unreleased songs for it, along with the videos for like Revolution and stuff. It's gonna be hot. But anyways, like Revolution, like the horn on the hook,
yeah,
that's just like triumphant. It's just like, oh, I just like fell in love with that beat. Oh, it just give me goosebumps right now. When I first heard that beat, I was like, that's crazy. I'm gonna go crazy on that when I do that. And then it's like Revolution, like we at a point in the world where like entrepreneurship is like, you know, king right now. Like getting, like, no matter what type of market you in, if you don't work for, you know, commercial corporate America, 9 times out of 10, if you know what you're doing, you get into a bag, like, without having to answer to nobody in the morning, without having to, you know, have to pay babysitters to take care of the kids, none of that stuff. And you know, as far as like entrepreneurship, like I have, you know, started my own detailing business, and it do all right, you know, just like, you know, for a little side hustle, and for, you know, when anybody talk about their car being detailed on Facebook, I'm getting tagged on it, like, and you know, I'm getting a lot of those customers, and I charge a really good price and do a really good job. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot, and you're able to feed your kids and pay your bills with it. That's cool. So like Revolution is like all about that. So, you know, and the, you know, power to the people who struggle with still treading through evil. You know what I'm saying? Just really trying to empower the people. Just like doing it just like a flamboyant, like fly, like cool guy way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With the type of production behind it and all of that, keeping it sophisticated, keeping it contemporary. Yeah. But the percussion is very modern. Yeah. It's still hip hop because my content modern contemporary hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. And then I put that clip because obviously because of the whole, you know, reggaeton, like salsa, you know, Latino feel, you know what I'm saying? I threw that on there because when I did, like, Boss Vibes was supposed to come out in 2016. It really was 2 years old. I mean, so I was going through so much stuff I couldn't finish it, and I finally, you know, was able to, you know, put it together and put it out. But when I originally wrote the song, Narcos was hot, like everybody was on Netflix watching it and stuff. But in that scene, it's like the downfall of him, and it's like when all the other rival cartel gangs is coming to get him, and so it's like one of the defining moments where like they came and like bombed one of his like mansions or something, and he had his whole crew there, and he was just basically telling them like, we gonna kill everybody, like it's over with, and it's like revolutionized, like we gonna get it no matter what. That's what it's all about.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
And I like how there's like a clear concept behind everything. Like everything has purpose. Yeah. Which is so refreshing nowadays when so many things, like so much music that's being put out is unconscious. It's just
and it's
blank
becoming
words.
Oversaturated.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
very much so.
I'm popping up. My bad. D's like, what the fuck is he doing? Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But it's refreshing to be able to see a body of work with a clear concept. Yeah. That's really nice.
That was the plan. Like I said, man, I've been on this for too long, man. This album was supposed to come out 2 years ago. I was ready to do it then, but it was so many setbacks. Like, man, people wasn't sending videos in on time and stuff. It was like
it's a process.
It's a process, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's like I say on the album, you know what I mean?
That is true.
Yeah, like it's just saying. And I feel like I didn't even want to drop that song after a while because I felt as though that whole, you know, process thing was being oversaturated. Everybody's talking and everybody's, you know, man. My homie Legend dropped a project called Trust the Process, and all that stuff. But I feel as though when I originally dropped the video and all, it was at a nice period. But since I didn't carry it out with the album, it was kind of got over. But it's still because of the production. The production is crazy.
Yes.
So definitely. It's like, it was like when I first heard that, I was like, I called Encore. He sent it to me just randomly. He's like, check your email. I called him. I said, bro, what are you doing, bro? This is nuts. This is what they need to hear, bro. This is what everybody want to hear. Like samples over trap beats. That's what everybody want to hear. It's the best of both worlds. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know. And then you get Future, he drops mad scarf sampling and it brings it up, and then now Metro and all these guys are sampling now. It's not the original beats. Now they got the money in the cloud now where they can call these record companies and just get a sample clear, send over 20,000 and get a sample clear. It's crazy. So
yeah. So Boss Vibes as a whole body of work, what was your thought process going into it?
I was going through a whole lot personally, as a father, as a son, as a brother. It was so many things going on. I was at a point in my life with so much turmoil where you go through so many things where, it's like hitting rock bottom. You can only go up, right? So it's like, I had to boss up and really start applying myself in my life, and I wasn't applying myself. And my definition of a boss, because I've worked in so many different environments for so many different companies and all of that, my definition of boss is somebody, which I've molded over time, is somebody who's willing to be in charge. Willing to. Not wanting to, but willing to. Meaning they're humble enough to, meaning they're willing to, meaning they're groomed enough and well seasoned enough to be the boss, but humble enough to know the consequences of and a lot of people, they don't want to be the boss because what comes with the territory. They're like, nah, I'm cool where I'm at. Like a lot of people don't take promotions and stuff like that. But a lot of people, I feel like that comes from people not taking accountability of a lot of things that they go through in life. So I feel like also what a lot of people don't realize with the boss is getting chewed out the most out of anybody. The boss might chew you out, but he probably just got chewed out by the VP of the company. You know what I mean? Like, the district, the guy who's making 1.7 a year, 1.7 million a year, you know what I'm saying? And if he loses his job, his little 80,000 a year, it's over. He loses his house, his car, his wife, everybody's gonna leave, you know what I mean? And you come to work higher a day, you know what I'm saying? You making your little $22 an hour or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You don't understand what he's going through because you don't even open up your mind to it. So my thing is with mine, I feel as though I'm willing to lead, but I'm humble enough to know my position and be humble enough to know, hey, I'm no greater than nobody else. But see, in everybody, I feel like in my life, people always looked at me as the leader. Like, okay, we'll let Doc do it. You know what I'm saying? Doc, Doc, people always trusted me with that. And that's another thing. With a boss, you gotta trust them. You know what I'm saying? I never like working for somebody I can't trust. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, you're not about to be responsible for my paycheck, and I don't trust you,
most definitely.
So, yeah, that's what the whole concept was. Just going through so many things and just finally like manning up and just taking accountability and applying myself to make the right decision and do the right thing for a better tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I can have a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Be able to deal with things with a clear head.
Just to start hard for fake dogs and bras. More people plotting on you than trying to give you applause. When the programs ain't working and your pockets start hurting, no more options at your service, you end up hand-to-hand serving. Damn, I was there, my man. That spotlight is more of a distraction glare, my man. It could blind you. I had to grow a pair, my man. Getting my glow back, I call that Ric Flair, my man.